Alrighty, guys, look like we are live here for game number 94. We got our third game against Milwaukee. Milwaukee is now 5-6 against Kansas City. Kansas City on the season 51-42. This is the third game at home. Kauffman Stadium, and Charlie Leibrandt will be pitching for Kansas City. Feel bad for Charlie. He pitched a whale of a game the other day against the Yankees and got a no decision as the Yankees were able to come back. Charlie got them out to a really nice lead. Anton Dent, hey, what do you say? What's going on, my friend? How are you tonight? Game number 94. So Charlie Leibrandt and Chris Bosio will be pitching for Milwaukee. Charlie on the year is 6-9, 4.77 ERA. Let's see if he can pitch another good game, coming off his really good game against the Yankees the other day. It's going to be Mike Felder, Jim Gantner, Paul Molitor, Robin Yount, Rob Deere, Greg Brock, BJ Shuroff, Charlie O'Brien, Bill Spears, and pitching Chris Bosio. And away we go as Charlie Leibrandt is done with his warm-up pitches. Mike Felder's up first. 1-2. No walk. Look at that. 18 and no walk. The dice are not with him as he flies out to right field. One away. Jim Gantner, second baseman. Got a stadium check here. And that's going to be a ground ball to Pacoda at short. In the outfield, Tabler, Eisenreich, Tartenbow left to right, Steitzer, Pacoda, White, Brett, and Boone behind the plate. And Paul Molitor, 3-3. That's going to be a ground ball to White at second, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Charlie Leibrandt. Good. I got my Limbo Prime. Oh, cool. Did you farm for the parts? Did you end up buying it? Well, how did you get your Limbo Prime? Did you get all the relics and everything that you needed finally, or tell me, Anton. Want to know. So we got Chris Bosio here. Looks like he's pitched 6 innings against Kansas City, giving up 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, 0-0 record so far. Let's see how well he can do against Jim Eisenreich. Jim Eisenreich, right off the bat, gets a hold of one. It is going high. It is going far. It is off the base of the wall. Bounces back. Felder grabs it and holds him to a single. So Eisenreich starts the game off. I like him. Still need to work on him, says Anton Dent. I kind of like Limbo. He's good for certain missions, and I know I haven't played him since they updated him and made all the changes, so I need to get back into Warframe, but at this point, I don't know. I'm just not in the mood for all that grinding they make you do. It just drives me crazy, so... Anyways, Chris Bosio, Kevin Steitzer, and Steitzer is going to strike out. First out of the inning, runner at first, George Brett for 5. George Brett doesn't strike out. 1-2. Ground ball down to Molitor. Molitor over to Gantner. Gantner on to Brock, and it's going to be a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. Go to the top of the second. Robin Yount. 5-5. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood to grind. Pop-up, Pacoda calls for it. So I've kind of decided to take a break from Warframe for a little while anyways. And striking out Rob Deere. Still a great game. If you don't mind the grinding, you enjoy the gameplay, then it's a really good game. 3-4. That's going to be a range play at the ballpark. And we got us a rare play. And that's going to be the left fielder dives for a sinking liner. Resolve is an S7 range play check for injury. No injury is made. Failing the dive is Tabler. And that's going to fall in for a single. Rob Deere aboard. I'm sorry, that was Greg Brock. Sorry. BJ Shuroff with 2 away here in the top of the second. 4, 5, and 36. That's going to be a fly ball out to Tartan Bull, and we've got us a bottom of the second coming up here. Anton Dent says, I know the feeling. I can't wait for Anthem to come out. Well, you know, I don't know what to think about Anthem yet. Is this going to be another one of these grindy games or, you know, hey, you don't need to grind if you just buy all this stuff. I don't need another game like that because I probably dropped like 200, 250 bucks on Warframe, and probably at least, I would say probably closer to 250 than 200 between buying all the different packs and buying the platinum and all that stuff. I don't know if I want another game like that. Now, if Anthem comes out and it's, you know, halfway decent, you don't need to buy a lot of stuff, then, you know, we'll see. We'll see, actually. 3-5. Bo Jackson starts things off here in the bottom of the second inning. 5-5. He's going to get a single past Spears. And then he's going to probably try to steal, but no. Gunning him out is O'Brien. Caught stealing second, Bo Jackson. I should check on his steal rate because seems like he's been thrown out quite a bit. Pat Tabler's up. He strikes out Danny Dartenbull. Uh, 41. That's going to be a single. That would have moved Bo Jackson probably over to third. But anyways, Dartenbull is aboard for Bob Boone here in the bottom of the second. 3-4. And 6-3 fly ball to Felder out in left field. So 2 hits, no runs, no errors. The big throw out at second of Bo Jackson helped keep the score 0-0 going on to the top of the third. Anton Dent says, no, they said it will not have it where you can buy the things from players. No, they said it will not have it where you can buy the things from players. Well, I'm more worried about, hey, you can run this mission, which will take you 45 minutes or longer to do, and at the end you're going to get 2 titanium pieces. And you're going to take those 2 titanium pieces and you can upgrade your gun, but it costs you like 2,000 titanium pieces to upgrade a gun. So you can do this mission and earn like 2 titaniums, so you can run it over and over again for like, you know, 50, 500 times to upgrade your gun. Or you can pay us $695 and we're going to upgrade that gun for you for free. $695, we're going to upgrade that gun for free. That's what I'm more worried about. That's kind of what Warframe's kind of, you know, it's like just when you get on Earth and you start doing all those missions on Earth to get all those different resources, it's less like, oh my God. You want to level up the, what is the faction? The Quills. You want to level up the Quills, you need all these resources. And then, not only that, but you have to defeat 10 Eidolons to get up to level 2. Okay, well, it took you like frickin' 2 weeks to do that. And then I thought, okay, well, that's not, yeah, all right. Finally killed 10 of these guys. Okay, let's move on. We got them up to level 3, I think. But in level 3, you now need to kill them 20 times to level them up. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So, Charlie O'Brien is up against Charlie Rebrand. All this 5-4. Sorry, it's still blank. I clicked the wrong spot, but it was still blank, so it didn't matter. 4-6. Fly ball to Eisenreich. Makes the play. Bill Spears. And against the lefty, that's going to be a single past Pacoda. So first time through the lineup, then Milwaukee ends up getting 2 hits. So we're in the top of the third, 1 away. We got a range play here. 4-6. That's going to be a pop-up. Foul territory. Steitzer over by the fans and makes the catch. No, he does not make the catch as it's outside his glove. Falls into the stands for a foul ball. Oh, nope. Actually, that was a fair ball. Huh. So he missed it in fair territory, I guess. So 2 on, 1 out here for Charlie Rebrand. Kind of got unlucky there. Hint on Dent says true, but I don't think it'll be like that. I'm not saying it will be. I'm just afraid that seems like all those AAA games that are coming out last year and all the big ones coming up this year, it's all going to be, buy the game and then spend a whole bunch of more money on the game to continue on with the game that they should have had to begin with. So I'm just kind of turned off by that whole cycle of things right now. So I'm not saying it will be like that. I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's going to be back to a decent model of a decent model for their customers. Ground ball hit to White. Damn, no double play as everyone advances only plays at first, so advancing everyone is going to be Gantner. I don't mind buying DLC if that's all, if they do like The Witcher did, Witcher 3, where it's like, okay, here's a great game, and we decided to add more story parts, so here's a DLC you can buy, and we decided to add another story, here's another DLC. I don't mind that. That's fine in my book. If they want to do something like that, all the more power to them. More content, more guns, more locations, more enemies, all that's fine. I don't mind paying for that. What I don't want to do is spend all my time in the game gathering 2 little resources that I need 100 of to upgrade something. So 2 on, 2 out, top of 3, Charlie Rebrandt and Paul Molitor. And Molitor loses this battle as he flies out to left field. So 3 men left on base so far for Milwaukee. Frank White's due up here against Bazio. 224 average. Frank needs to get things rolling for the Royals here. 2-1 ground ball. Bill Pacoda 265. That's going to be a 6-4. He had a 9 hit by pitch, but the 20 says no, I don't think so, buddy. And a 6-3, G3 down to first base. Back to the top of the lineup where Eisenreich got the leadoff hit. Let's see if he continues his hot streak here. And against a righty, that's going to be a ground ball to Gantner. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. We're going on to the 4th inning still. Scoreless here. Liebrandt against Bazio. Liebrandt leaves a curveball out there, but fortunately for him, it's fouled off. And fly ball into left field. Tabler back to the warning track and makes the catch for the first out. Rob Deere. 3-4. Another range play at the ballpark here. And we got another rare play. I know you guys can't see it. I'll just read it to you. First base goes to the hole to make the play and hurts himself on the play. Resolve it as a G3 range play. Check for injury to the first baseman. No injury check is made. But Brett failed the check, and that's going to roll into right field for a 1-out single by Rob Deere. That brings up Greg Brock. 55. Greg Brock, the lefty, 4-3. I'm having trouble reading these numbers today. Fly ball into center field. Eisenreich makes the play. B.J. Shuroff batting a $194. 5-2. That's a fly ball to Tartanbull. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Go to the bottom of the 4th. Kansas City's waiting for their offense to get on track. And Steitzer's up first. 2-3, a pop-up to Molitor with the catch. George Brett. Stadium check here for Brett. 24, that's going to be a fly ball to Felder in the left field. Brings up Bo Jackson, 1 for 1 of the day. And 6-6 on the Bo Jackson says, going, carrying out of the ballpark. Home run for Bo Jackson. We've been waiting for that for a few games. There it is. Bo Jackson with the magical 6-6 against right-handers is the home run check. That's the number you're looking for against right-handers when Bo Jackson's up. 6-6 combo gets you the home run. So Kansas City gets a 1-0 lead here thanks to Bo Jackson. Pat Tabler. And he's going to strike out to end it, but that's a 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. Go to the top of the 5, Bo Jackson 1 and Milwaukee 0. Charlie O'Brien. Charlie waits on the pitch. 5-3. That's going to be a ground ball down to Brett. This time he makes the play. Bill Spires. I got a stadium check here for Spires, batting .444. And he's going to continue his hot streak as he gets a double off the base of the wall between Eisenreich and Tabler. They have to track the ball down, and cruising into second, Bill Spires. So 1 out double brings up the top of the lineup. Mike Felder, 1 for 2. And Felder walks as Liebrandt's running into a little bit of trouble here in the top of the 5th inning. It says sack, but I don't think they're going to sacrifice, not with Jim Gantner up. A range play. See, that's probably well better than trying to run a sacrifice. That is going to be the Tabler, who, wow, makes a nice diving stop. Slides on his knees and makes the catch. Gets it back in quickly. No advancement. So 2-away now for Paul Molitor. Good defense there by Pat Tabler. And that is a 2-3 walk. So we got the bases loaded now. Spears at third, Felder at second, Molitor's at first. That brings up the ever dangerous Robin Yount. 2-way here in the top of the 5th. Liebrand waits on the signs. Here comes the pitch. 2-3, same one we just had. Fortunately, no walk this time. 5-2, well, didn't matter. He still got a hold of it, and White can't make the play. Back up the middle, and that's going to score 2 runs on the single, and just like that, Milwaukee takes a 2-1 lead. Still danger, though. Runners at the corners. Rob Deere, Mr. Power Man himself, looking at a home run 2020. And Rob Deere waits on the pitch. 25 is going to be a fly ball, though. Got under that one. Tabler comes in, makes the catch, and that's going to do it. But 2 runs and 2 hits. Milwaukee takes a 2-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th. Bosio against Tartanbull. Tartanbull is 1 for 1 of the day. No strikeout by Danny. 4-4 against the right-hander. Is going to be a fly ball to Deere out in right field. Bob Boone. Boomeister. 32. And a 4 is going to be a single. So Bob Boone gets on the board with the single. Brings up Frank White with 1 out. Frank is .223 average. No strikeout. 5-4. And Frank White gets a single into right field. And lead runner advances. And if the roll is less than or equal to, it is less than or equal to. So Frank White on the throw to third advances to second. On the throw. So Frank White coming through there. puts Kansas City in scoring position for Bill Pacoda, Mr. Defense, for the last couple games for the Royals. Got a stadium check here. 2-2 is a single. That's going to score a run. That's an S8. I'm not sure why the runners didn't go. Roll is less than or equal to the advance. So he should have gone. So he's going to score. He's going to advance. No. Sorry. Wait a minute. Go back. Ah, shit. So it was a thing, and then it was a thing. Okay. Let's undo that. I think I got a little aggressive in my movement there. So we did this, right? And then we did this, and we got a single out of it. Right. And so what should have happened is Bob Boone scores. Frank White hustles around. Bill Pacoda stays at first with the single. Right. So there we go. All right. So just like that, Kansas City takes a 3-2 lead back in the bottom of the fifth. Still trouble here for Chris Bosio. He's only one out, one on for Jim Eisenreich. Izzy, 25 against the right-hander's ground ball down to Brock. Brock throws it over to Spears, back to Brock, and that's going to be a double play to end it. But that's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and the Royals take the lead back 3-2 in the bottom of the fifth. Going to the top of the sixth, Charlie Rebrandt comes out to face off against Brock. 3-4, another range play, and a ballpark check. 2-5. That's going to be Steitzer, who failed to make it. Leadoff single. B.J. Scherhoff, the DH, the lefty. 4-3 against the lefty is going to be a single. And first and third for Charlie Rebrandt. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. And that's going to be it for Charlie Rebrandt. That's going to be it for Charlie. Pitched a good game here. Got us into the 6th inning. We're going to be bringing in Terry Leach is going to come in. Terry Leach. Oops. Sorry. Terry Leach is going to come in to pitch. Let's take a look at Terry here. 5 and 6, 2 saves, 368, 44 innings, 44 hits, 21 strikeouts, and 12 walks. So defense is going to play in. Charlie O'Brien, 2-5, and a 55. Fly ball. Is it deep enough? And 6-6 Reed runner advances. Ball cut off, and the trailing runner is cut in a rundown. And he is forced out as he tries to go to second on the throw home. They get him in the rundown, and they get him out. But the game is now tied 3-3. Bill Spires up against Terry Leach. That's going to be a fly ball into right field for the out. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Go to the bottom of the 6th, tied up 3-3. Steitzer due up. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Bosio is continuing to work. 6-4. That's ground ball down to Brock at first. 1 away. George Brett. George Brett. 1-4. George got a double. So George coming through with the double. That brings up Bo Jackson, 2 for 2. A home run and a single so far. 1-1. It's off of Jackson's card again. The magic 6-6 gets us that home run. And this time it's a 5-4. Pops it up high. Pop fly. Molitor gets under it. That's 2-way. Pat Tabler playing some great defense for us. And he's going to walk. And that's going to bring up Danny Tartenbull, 2 outs here. Danny's got a little bit of pop. If he can just get a hold of one. This time he swings at a curveball. He was guessing fastball, and he strikes out. But 1 hit, no runs, no errors. Top of 7, tie ball games 3-3. This is going to be decided by the bullpens. And once again, Charlie Leibrandt gets ripped off as he pitched a nice game, but will end up not having any decision. Ground ball down to Steitzer, 1 away. Jim Gantner 2-3, and that's going to be a single by Gantner. 1 out single, Paul Molitor for 3. And a 56 ground ball hit to Pagoda. Pagoda can't get him in time. Only can get the runner first. 2 away. Robin Yount with the runner in scoring position. No strikeout. And that's going to be a ground ball to White on to Brett, and they're going to get out of the inning. We're on to the bottom of the 7th, and Bosio's day will be done here. No, they're actually going to leave Bosio in. He's still got some strength in him. He's still got a couple batters, so 2-3. Boone, and he's going to fly out to right field. Frank White, 1-3. He's got a single. So Frank White with the single. Brings up Bill Pagoda. Thinking about taking a chance with Frank White. See if we can get a stolen base out of him. Doesn't have probably a great chance. I mean, it's probably 50-50, but you know what? We're going to try for it. Steal away. And Frank White takes off on the pitch and got a good jump. Dives in there head first. Strong throw from O'Brien. Not in time as the tag comes after he reaches the base. Stolen base by Frank White. So Frank White in scoring position with only 1 out now. Bill Pagoda 1 for 2 on the day. Bill Pagoda 62, ground ball to second. Advancing on the play. So Frank White stays on the double play by taking that steal. That brings up Jim Eisenreich 1 for 3 on the day. 2-way here in the bottom of the 7th. Eisenreich, big opportunity to get the Royals back in front. He lines it right at second, and Gantner positioned well, makes the catch. Side retired. We go on to the top of the 8th, 3-3 ball game. Milwaukee and the Royals have been a pretty even fight all season. And Terry Leach almost left one up in the zone. 4-5. It's going to be a fly ball, and Eisenreich makes the catch. Terry Leach lucky that one did not come or get hit out of the ballpark. Greg Brock. It's going to be a ground ball to Pagoda at short. 4-4 range play. 2-3, and that's a ground ball hit to Pagoda, who makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning going on the bottom of the 8th. Bosio will stay in, facing off against Steitzer, Brett, and Jackson. A stadium check right off the bat. 3-2's a fly ball into left field. George Brett 1 for 3 with a double off the base of the wall. This time he walks as Bosio is tired, and he needs to be removed. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 righties in a row coming up. So you know what that means. It means Chuck Krim's coming in the 8th inning here. George Brett, they put the steal on. All right, put the steal on. No! Caught stealing with the 18 on the roll, and that removes George Brett from the bases. Brings up Bo Jackson, 2 for 3 on the day. And a wild pitch, which would have maybe moved the runner over. 54. Bo Jackson, 6-6. Nope, 6-1. That's a fly ball to center field. Going on the 9th inning here. Terry Leach is going to be done. He's put his time in. We're going to be bringing in Steve Crawford here is coming into the game. Steve Crawford against Charlie O'Brien. Top of the 9th, tie ball game. 1-4, and that's a hit by pitch. It's a 20, and that's what you needed was a 20. So hitting them is Crawford. That brings up defense corners in. And the sacrifice here by Bill Sphere, I think, here at the top of the 9th. 5-2 and successful sack. So going on to second, Charlie O'Brien, 1 out. In scoring position here again for Mike Felder. Mike Felder, 1 for 3 on the day. 4-4. We got a stadium check. 6-3. And that's going to be a double into center field. And that's going to, I'm sorry, left field. That's going to score the run. Milwaukee once again with these late inning runs are killing me. Jim Gantner, 1 for 4 on the day. 2-1. Crawford against Gantner, 5-4. Ground ball down to first, advancing over to third on the play. Two-way here for Paul Molitor. 6-3. Strikes out Molitor on a good curveball there. But the damage done, 1 run on 1 hit. Milwaukee takes a 4-3 lead going into the bottom of the 9th, and that means Dan Plesac is coming out. Mr. Closer comes in to relieve. So that brings up Pat Tabler, Danny Tartenbull, and Bob Boone. Clark Rotz, holy cow, man, where you been? I haven't seen you for a while. Hope all is well. Good to have you aboard, my friend. Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping out. You're getting to see a whale of a ball game here. Bottom of the 9th, 4-3, Milwaukee. Pat Tabler's 0 for 2 on the day. I'm thinking about taking him out. Who do we have? Think what we're going to do here. We're going to give Billy Buckner a shot here. Buckner's coming in to pinch hit. Pacoda out, Buckner in. Let's see what happens. Dan Plesac versus Billy Buckner. Yeah, it's been a while, my friend. It sure has. 2-5 is going to get us ground ball out. So Kansas City down their last out. Danny Tartenbull, 1 for 3. We're going to leave Danny in there. Oh, he just missed the home run check, too. 1-4 is a strikeout, and that's going to do it. No, that's only the second out. I apologize. That's right, Billy Buckner, then Danny Tartenbull. Brings up Bob Boone. Bob Boone, 1 for 3. Come on, Bobby. Keep the thing alive. He's got a shot. Stadium check. Come on, Stadium. 5-4, and that's ground ball down to Brock, and that will do it. That will do it as Milwaukee once again with another late inning run scored. Takes this one 4-3, and now the evens up the series. 6 game apiece between Milwaukee and Kansas City. Kansas City drops to 51-43. The win goes to Chuck Krim. The loss, Steve Crawford. The save, Dan Pwasik. No home runs by Milwaukee. One by Bo Jackson, his 21st of the season. Go Boone, says Karkrots. The stat line goes Milwaukee, 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Kansas City, 3 runs on 9 hits and no errors. Let's go ahead and save the game results there. And we're going to start up another game here. We'll do game number 95 of the season, and this should be a good one as Milwaukee hosts the Cleveland Indians for 4 games. Greg Swindell, Brett Saberhagen, the Saber Man coming in. He's going to stop this losing streak. Brett Saberhagen, Greg Swindell at Kauffman Stadium. This game was a game that happened in real life. That happened July 20th, 1989, between the Cleveland Indians and the Kansas City Royals. 7:35 local time start. The attendance was 38,595, and the game lasted 2 hours and 38 minutes. Let's find out if the Royals can get their offense going against the Indians, yeah? All right, so Brett Saberhagen going for the Cy Young here in 1989, at least for my team. He's 14-1 with a 2.28 ERA, 150 innings pitched, 130 hits, 123 strikeouts, only 25 walks. 14-1. Let's see if he can improve to 15-1. Lineups look like this: Brown, Farman, James, Carter, O'Brien, Bell, Kamenetsk, Aguayo, Landison, Greg Swindell. Cleveland has faced off against the Royals 8 times. They've only won 2 of those 8 games so far. Let's hope we can continue our domination against Cleveland here. Oh, Karkrot says he was a Cy Young winner for that year in real life. He was. Well, there you go. Did not know that. Thank you, Mr. Karkrot. Always on the ball, always keeping me up on everything. Well, here comes Saberhagen, and he's going to start the game off with a 1-2-3, strike him out. Let's move on. Felix Furman, 6-6, and a 1-1. That's a ground ball, no error, or 2 away. Dion James, and no strikeout that time. Saberhagen was 23-6 with a 2.16 ERA. Awesome. Fly ball out, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Saberhagen. Greg Swindell, he's pitched a little bit against us. 8 innings. He's 1.13 ERA, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. So I haven't seen much action from Greg Swindell. So we shall see. He's up against Willie Wilson, Steitzer, Brett Jackson still in after missing quite a few games with probably spring training. He probably had to show up for spring training there. Mike McFarland, Danny Tartanbull, Bob Boone, Frank White, Bill Pecota. Let's see how Swindell handles this lineup. And he's going to start off like Saberhagen and just gun down that first batter. Steitzer 2-4, and he's going to walk. He's going to steal, and he's going to be in there with a stolen base just like that. George Brett's got a man to hit in now. 5-1. George Brett, 247, 6. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Is it far enough? If the D6 is less than or equal to... Advances to third. Yes, he advances. So Steitzer advances on the deep shot there. That brings up Mr. Bo Jackson. 2 for 4 yesterday with a home run. And doesn't start off this game very well as Swindell gets his second strikeout. And that's no runs, no hits, no errors. Hey, 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 Chrissy of Old Stones, what is going on? So, yeah, it's welcome to my little old channel here. If you guys don't know, I was introduced to Chrissy yesterday on Al's channel. I don't know how or why he got associated with Christy. I feel bad for her about that. But anyways, somehow Al got acquainted with Christy and introduced us because she was in watching his game last night, and I was watching, and Al was talking up her channel. So I am going to do the same thing here. Just take a second and tell you guys, go check out Christy of Old Stones. Check out her channel. It's growing, and I watched one of her live streams that she did, and she was doing an awesome job. Awesome job. So if you guys don't know, check out her channel and give her some love, give her some support, let her know that ID Jester sent you there. So does a wonderful job, really good. She reads short stories, and she, I guess, some short stories and some poetry, and she's got a really nice voice. And I tell you what, she doesn't miss a word. I'm amazed. I could read like just one little page on a book, and I would have to go back and like reread like 10 sentences because I missed a word or I mispronounced a word or I forgot a word. She doesn't miss a word at all. She just goes on for like 40 minutes without stopping. I don't even think she breathes. I think it's just constant reading. It's awesome. Really good job. So give her some love, give her some support, guys. Anyways, back to our game, top of the second. Scoreless here. Joe Carter, let's see if Christy brings in some love for the Royals here. Let's see here. Joe Carter, 6-4, and that is going to be a double. Uh-oh. Joe Carter with the leadoff double here. Anton Dent just subscribed to her channel. Awesome. I think I subscribed yesterday after just checking out a few of her videos. And oh my God, like I said, as Al said, and I'm going to give all the credit to Al. Al said she's got the voice of an angel, and I'm like, okay, well, that's good enough for me. So I got to check out this channel, and she does, man. She's got that perfect voice. It's just so awesome, and she can just talk, and she never has to stop, and she never has to breathe or anything. It's amazing. Oh my God. I tell you what, she's kind of bad luck for the Royals, though, here, as the top of the second inning has been just nothing but a mishmash of, defense for the try, yep. So, Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead here. Wow. A leadoff double, then a wild pitch, and then this knocked the runner in. Joey Bell, 6-6, and 5-1. That is going to be no error, and that'll be it. Second out. Brad. See, now, this is Brad Kaminsk. See, I don't know how to pronounce his name, right? Is that Kaminsk? But see, if I was Christy, I would just read that, and it would just come out like, Brad Kaminsk. And it would be just like so perfect. And it was like, oh, well, shit, that's how you say it. I don't even know how to say it. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm just going to leave it up to Christy to tell us how to pronounce all these words. Mike McFarland, DHing today. 1-0 Cleveland, bottom of 2. We got a range play here. And that's going to center field. Kaminsk. Is that how you say that, Christy? Kaminsk, K-O-M-M-I-N-S-K. Kaminsk, Anyways, I think I don't Kaminskis. Ah, geez, see. Oh, Karkrots, hold on. He's on it. He's gonna look it up. There's my man coming to my rescue. Karkrots, he's awesome. And a strikeout at Danny Turnbull. Bob Boone, 3-3, and come on, 5-1. And that's going to be a fly ball out. So Karkrots is on it. He's going to find out. We're into the top of the third inning. We're cruising right along. Luis Aguayo, third baseman. That's with the 3B there, is third base. So he's over here, stands by third base. In case you didn't know, just helping you out. So Chrissy, back to you. I really like fantasy novels. I not let's see, how do I put this? I don't let's see, how do I put this? The HBO series with Game of Thrones, right? So I've got like the first 5 seasons on DVD, but I watched the first season, and then I bought the second season, but then we moved, so I didn't have a chance to watch, and then I bought the third season. So I'm like backed up all the way. I've only watched the first season, but now it's been like 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it's been, so now I completely forgot everything. So I'm not watching those, but if you do other fantasy, or I know you like the short stories. If you like short stories, look up H.P. Lovecraft. I know yesterday you said that you've heard good things about it. He has a lot of good short stories, and pretty popular. Quite a big following. So I think that would be a big help for your channel to draw people in. H.P. Lovecraft. So yes, I did request Lovecraft. Yes, that was me requesting it. Because I noticed you did some short stories. I'm thinking, okay, not, if you don't want to do like full novels and stuff, the best thing, H.P. Lovecraft, you did a whole bunch of stuff, but a lot of them are just like these short stories that are like maybe, I'm thinking like 20 to 25 pages long. So you can get them done in probably, like half an hour or whatever. And that would be like super draw for your channel, because like I said, he's really popular. And so stuff like that I think would be really cool. So just think about it. I'm just throwing out suggestions, that's all. I might have trouble pronouncing some of the names he uses. I can barely pronounce Cthulhu. So yeah, that's part of it. But I was actually watching a video today. I was watching a video. You know how the videos come up on the side. They kind of were like, oh, this one's related to this one, and it was H.P. Lovecraft one. So I started watching it, and it was like a documentary on him and him creating like his mythos and everything. And the thing was, they pronounced a lot of the creatures' names, like Cthulhu and Azbadan or whatever the heck the other guys' names were. Well, they pronounced all of them. So if you don't think you can pronounce their names, what you might want to do is like just watch like some of that documentary, and maybe that would help. If you listen to somebody else pronounce it. And I'm going to help you here because H.P. Lovecraft documentary. Let's see if I can find it. I recognize it. Let's do like this. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to interrupt this because this is more important. This is to help Chrissy out. Desktop region. No, we want the whole desktop. Hang on a second. Desktop. There we go. Can I just minimize? Yeah, we'll just minimize that out of the way. So it's this one right here. Lovecraft, Fear of the Unknown, full movie snag films. So it's got a guy with a little statue behind him. If you watch this one, I know within the first, I didn't watch very much. I watched like maybe 15, 20 minutes of it, but they talked and they announced like all the different creatures that he created in his mythos, and they were talking all this stuff. So you might be able to get some pronunciations from that. Just an idea, just throwing out ideas. That's all. Just throwing out ideas. You do whatever you want. It's your channel. You do whatever you want. But if you don't do what I say, then I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm going to tell everybody how bad you are. So, whatever. Breaking the action is we had a 10-minute rain delay here in Kansas City. Back to the action here in the top of the third as the rain is starting to clear up now. And Brett Saberhagen comes back out. It wasn't long enough to keep him out. He comes back out and starts throwing. Luis Aguayo. He's going to get a leadoff single here. Andy Allison. No, they're not going to go for the sack this early in the game. 5-5. Stadium check. 41. We got a rear play. 3-2 pitch. Call the ball for a walk. The pitcher argues the call and gets thrown out of the game. Unbelievable. I'm going to show you guys this because you probably won't believe it. Here it is. 3-2 pitch, called the ball for a walk. Quick W on the batter's card. And the pitcher argues the call and gets thrown out of the game. That's the first time I've actually ever had that happen. Hopefully I didn't just screw up the game by doing that. Minimizing it and bring it back up. There we go. So we get a walk, and then Brett Saberhagen is removed from the game. I think Chrissy hates the Royals. I'm just saying. Ever since she showed up, man, it's been like bad news for the Royals. Wow. Bad news for the Royals. Well, Terry Leach is going to come in to pitch then for Saberhagen in this catastrophe of what's happening here in the top of the third inning. 2 on, nobody out. Saberhagen's out of the game. Chrissy's giving me bad emojis here. She's sticking out her tongue at me. All right, top of the lineup. 1-2, and we got a stadium check here. It's the first time we got a double, and that's going to score 2 runs. So there you go. It's now 3-0 Cleveland. Felix Furman for 3. No. 1-6. Ground ball. And no advancement on the play. So 1 away. Deion James, 3-2. Deion James. And that's going to be a single, and stopping at third will be Jerry Brown, as not hit deep enough. But runners at the corners, still 1 out here for Terry Leach. 2-3. Come on, Joe. Say it isn't so, Joe. 5 ball. Is it deep enough? It is, and it's now 4-0 Cleveland. 2 away here in the top of the third. Pete O'Brien due up. The lefty. Ground ball out, but that's 3 runs and 3 hits. And before you know it, it's 4-0 Cleveland. The home cooking has not been good for the Royals here. Frank White strikes out. Bill Pacoda, the shortstop. Bill Pacoda. 4-4. He's going to fly out. 2 away. Willie Wilson. 3-2. Willie Wilson. And he's going to fly out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Royals. We're on to the top of the 4th inning. I'm thinking Christy is originally from Cleveland. And Christy says, nope, not from Cleveland. I won't say where she's from though, because I don't want any weird people out there stalking her down or anything. 6-4. That's going to be a fly ball out. Terry Leach finally gets an out. Good for you. Brad, oh yes, I forgot to mention to everyone when we were having our downtime there is a rain delay. Mr. Clark Rotz, Mr. Awesomeness himself, did find out it's Kaminsk. Kaminsk. It looks like K-I-A-H, Ka, dash M-I-N, min, dot S-K, sk, Kaminsk is the way I would pronounce that. And I don't know, but maybe if there's some different way to pronounce that, let me know. I'm not so good with my English. And Brad Kaminsk was hit by the pitch. Luis Aguayo to 4. Oh, good. A home run check. Oh, just missed the home run check. Phew. 3-6. And that's a single. Back-to-back hits here in the top of the 4th inning. Wow. 6-2. Andy Allison. 41. And that's going to be back-to-back hits and bases loaded. Terry Leach is done. He pitched yesterday. Probably didn't have enough left in the tank for him. Who are we going to bring in? That's a good question. Who are we going to bring in? We are going to bring in, we brought in Terry Leach already. Which team is winning? The team that is winning has more points. Right now, Cleveland has 4 and Kansas City has 0. So Cleveland is winning. Cleveland had 0, and then you showed up. Now they have 4. So figure that one out. I guess they're going to bring in our good friend Tom Gordon. I'm just teasing you, Christy. It's all cards and dice, so it's baseball with cards and dice. It's just played on the computer, that's all. There's nothing I can do, nothing you can do to change any of the outcomes. I know when Al, Red Sox fan, uses his dice, he's got the cameras so far away, he's like, oh yeah, that's a 6? No, wait, that's a 7. And, oh, look at that, no hit by pitch. 6-2. Ground ball. Try the double play. Score, advance, and ground ball double play to end the inning. Actually, I have to undo that because the ground ball double play would have not allowed that run to score. I don't remember. Oh, it was a hit by pitch. Right. And then it was a G4. Have to undo it because it didn't give us a double play. It didn't roll low enough for the double play. Sorry, guys. Just be patient. I'm sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, be patient. I'm not used to having ladies on my channel. I gotta wait for the stupid. Try for the double play. Yes. Yep, they didn't get it. Oh shit! Come on. Have to undo this. Till we get the ground ball double play. Come on. All right. Hit by pitch. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to Allison was forced out. And we'll just say we'll just call it a force out a second there too. There we go. Doesn't, oh, no. There we go. Doesn't matter as long as they don't score and we got the double play. So it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're on to the bottom of the 4th here. Kansas City. Due up, 1-2, strikeout, misses strikeout, 1-1, single. Hey, we got a base hit. Oh my God, That is our first base hit of the game. Look at that. See where the H is? That stands for hits. We have one now. There's our first guy that made it to base. All right, George Brett, let's get things rolling here. And he walks, so we got 2 runners on base now for Bo Jackson. Christy, let me ask you a serious question. Have you ever heard of Bo Jackson? Yes or no? You ever hear of Bo Jackson? Don't feel embarrassed if you haven't heard of Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson is up 6-2. Come on, Bo. Say it isn't so. 5-3-5. It's going to be ground ball to short. Advancing on the play. Forced out at second and no fielder's choice. You think you have. Okay, cool. He was, back in late 80s, early 90s. He was like the LeBron James back then. So he played baseball, he played football. So we're doing a season replay of Bo Jackson during the 1989 season. So striking out is going to be McFarland. So that doesn't help. Now they're going to try the pickoff. Jeez. Danny Tartanbull for 3, and he strikes out to end the inning. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors. We go to the top of the 5. It's still 4-0 Cleveland. Felix Furman 4-2. He's going to walk. Tom Gordon gives up the walk. Dion James 3-2, and back-to-back walks. That's not a good way to start. Joe Carter due up. 4-1. We could have used a strikeout. Would have been nice. 3-2. And better yet, he gets a single. Lead runner advances, and everyone advances on the throw. Oh, I'm sorry. Just James. Carter doesn't advance on the throw home. So it's now 5-0 Cleveland. Pete O'Brien, 3-4. He flies out, but it's deep enough to score a rope. Re-runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailing runner is, all right, good. So run down and run out quickly, no others advance, so he is forced out. Second out of the inning, but it's now 6-0 Cleveland. Ouch. And that's going to do it for that inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-0 Cleveland. Excuse me. Bob Boone with a walk. Frank White. Range play here. We're going to have a hell of a comeback. We're going to remember this. Heck of a comeback. Nope. Makes the range play there. If we can come back, it will be forever known as Chrissy's first game here. But if they get blown out, we're always going to remember it was Chrissy's first game here too. So either way, not looking good for Chrissy. 6-6 liner. So that's going to do it for the 6th inning. I'm sorry, 5th inning. Going on to the 6th inning, 6-0. Tom Gordon's day is done. We're going to bring in Steve Crawford. And he strikes him out. Right now, I'm just kind of going through things quick because it's kind of getting out of hand quickly here. 4-5. It's a single. So 1 for 1 and a walk by Andy Allison. 2-3, another range play. 4-3, that's going to be to Wilson, who makes the play. Jerry Brown, 3-5-3. 5-4. Well, that's a double, and coming in to score, make it 7-0 Cleveland. Steve Crawford, Felix Furman strikes him out. So that's going to do it for the top of the 6th. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. It's now 7-0 Cleveland. Ugh. 3-4 and 6-4. Fly ball out. We should be done here, I would say, in the next 5 minutes. I think this game's going to go pretty quick now. 6-3 is a fly ball out. 2 away. Bo Jackson. Hey, strikes out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning. Go to the top of the 7th. 1-4 and hits the batter. Joe Carter. 3-5. Fly ball out. Pete O'Brien. Range play. Another danger play. That's going to be to Wilson, who can't make it. Stopping at second. So runners are first and second now. 3-4. Wild pitch. No wild pitch. Good job. Joey Bell. And 5-3. That's going to be a single. And no error on the play. And the lead runner advances. So it's now 8-0. And look at that. Everyone else gets to advance as well. 8-0 Cleveland. Steve Crawford's done. We're going to bring in Steve Farr. And strikes him out. Runners at second and third. We're going to play in. Nope, we're going to play back now that there's 2 outs. 2-5, and that's an auto single. Scoring 2 more runs is now 10-0 Cleveland. Wah, wah, wah. Bottom of the 7th. I normally at this point would do my 7th inning stretch song, but I don't even feel like doing my 7th inning stretch song now. Take me out to the ball game. Bum, 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 bum. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, ooh. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, ooh. Danny Dartenball. Forced out at second. Bob Boone. 1 away. 4-2. 2-6. And that's a single. Runners on the corners. Can we break this 10-0 tie? Christie says, wow. You should hear me sing the 7th inning stretch song. I'll tell you. I could sing it for you now. You should be, Chrissy, of all people, you should be happy. Happy for me. Is it better? Are you going to try and score? Sure, let's try and score. Will the defense try for the out at home? No, they'll try for the double play. Oh, didn't matter. 6 only plays out at first, and it's 10-1. We got the hell of a comeback. Carkrod says, how is it 10-0? That Cleveland lineup looks awful. Yes, Jerry Brown, Felix Furman, Deion James, Joe Carter, he's halfway decent. Pete O'Brien, Joey Bell, Brad Kaminsk, Luis Aqueo, and Andy Allison are tearing it up. I'm not even going to say how, but they're tearing it up. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Bill Pagoda, 2-5. And that's going to be a triple. And look at this. We got a comeback started. It's now 10-2. Runner at third, Willie Wilson. If he could get a hold of one, he could make things a little more interesting. Come on, Willie. Come on. 2-4. Not this time. 10-2, top of 8. It didn't help that Saberhagen got thrown out in the first or second inning for arguing balls and strikes on a rare play. So, and Felix Furman up. And that's going to be a single. 3-1 for Deion James here. 5-4. Advancing on the play. 2 away there for Joe Carter. And he's hit by the pitch. And that's it for Farr. We've used 4 pitchers. I guess we're going to have to bring Monty in. Montgomery. 1-5. He proceeds to walk. The base is loaded here. 1-6 strikes him out to end the inning. Well, at the bottom of the 8th, it's 10-2 Cleveland. 3-5. And 3-1. Ground ball out. 5-4. Range play by Brett. Liner. Brown can't make it. It falls in. That's our 5th hit of the game. 1-4. There's a range play. Let's see if we can get something going here. And not this time. And forced out at second. 2-A for Mike McFarland for 3. McFarland 5-4. He's going to get a single, and the lead runner is thrown out. So thrown out, trying to go to third. And we go to the top of the 9th inning, 10-2 Cleveland. Brad Kaminsky. Yeah, we can ignore that. No wild pitches. Let's see here. 2-3. Luis Aqueo, 4-2. Again, we can ignore that. 6-6. That's exactly what we rolled for the first batter. 4-6. Ground ball out. 2-away. Andy Allison. 6-2. Strikes him out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Danny Turnbull due up. 1-5. He walks him. Bob Boone. Come on, Booney. Hit it. Oh, well, look at this. We got runners going here. Maybe it does matter. We'll give him another shot. Frank White. Come on, Frank. Come on, Frank. Base runner going to try to score. Sure, he's a 4. Defense try for the auto out at home or second to first double play. Well, they don't get the double play, but they do get the force out at second. So it's 10-3, 7 runs to go. We only have 2 outs remaining. 5-2, pop up. Down to their last out, Willie Wilson 0 for 4 on the day. And this could be it. 4-3. No, is Willie Wilson. Oh, look at that. Lead runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So he advances, and he is thrown out as the ball is cut off, and the trailing runner is cut off. So Cleveland comes into Kansas City and beats them up pretty bad. No home runs by either team. The win goes to Greg Swindell. The loss, Brett Saberhagen drops to 14-2, thrown out in the second inning for arguing balls and strikes. Really set the Royals back as the stat line goes. Cleveland, 10 runs on 13 hits, no errors. The Royals, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Save my stats here. Cleveland improves to 3-6 against Kansas City, and Kansas City drops to 51-44 as they've lost 3 of the last 4 games, which is and Chrissy says Cleveland and fireworks. It's all over. Cleveland wins against Kansas City. We have 3 more games against Cleveland, so don't get too excited there, Chrissy. Don't get too excited. Anyways, guys and gals, I'm gonna call it an evening here. Yeah, it was a pretty rough game. It's been a rough few games for the Royals here. They did good on the road against the Yankees, then they came home and they just lost. Anyways, Clark Rotz and Christy of Old Stone, and who else came? Anton Dent, of course, my good friend Anton, and who else? Was there anyone else that showed up tonight? Anyways, guys And gals, thanks a lot for showing up. Appreciate you spending a little bit of your evening with me. Again, guys, check out Christy of Oldstone. That's CHRISSY space OF space OLDSTONES. Check out her channel. Give her some love. Give her some support. She does a great, great job. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what she can do on her channel. Thanks, everyone. Take care. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.